Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my project pan intro. Now before we get started, I quickly want to talk about what I'm wearing on my nails. I am wearing a mixed manicure using a polish from Anchor Heart Lacquer. I actually picked this polish up in PolishCon, so this is a PolishCon exclusive in the city. And then on my lips, I'm wearing a Sephora Rouge matte lipstick in M03 No Superstar. Now, this is the first time I've done a project pan, but I've been inspired lately because I've been watching a lot of these project pan videos. There's so many different types of project pans. I'm just going to keep it very simple. Now, there's different reasons why I want to use up certain products, and I'll talk about those reasons specifically when I get to a product. But pretty much my deadline for this is going to be the end of 2017. I'm not really in a rush to use up any of these products. I don't really want to set like a strict deadline. Like I said, this is my first project pan, so I kind of want to see how it goes. I kind of want to get a feel for what project panning entails, and I don't know, I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. I kind of want this to be a fun thing. So I'll do like a monthly or bi-monthly update for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. I did pick out 10 items I want to include in this first project pan. So the very first item that I'm putting in this project pan is a Wet n Wild single eyeshadow in the color Creme Brulee. Hopefully you guys can see there right in the middle. I have hit a little bit of pan. I put some pretty good use into this item. This is what I use every single day to set my eyeshadow primer, so I have a feeling I'm gonna use this up pretty quickly. But even that being said, I have been working on this for a while. It's actually taking me a long time to hit pan on this, so my goal for this is just to use it up by the end of 2017. Sticking with eyeshadow, my second item is an eyeshadow palette. This is the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. This is pretty much what I use whenever I use my Colourpop shadows. So I've put a good dent into this palette, but I want to see if I can hit pan on any of these shadows. So I'm trying not to blind you guys with the mirror. I do want to see if I can hit pan on at least one of the shadows by the end of 2017. Now, normally when I watch these project pan videos, I see that most people tend to use like just one little spot of an eyeshadow and kind of work down on that one spot. I don't necessarily do that with my eyeshadows. I don't know if it's like the OCD in me, but I like to evenly use my eyeshadows. So when I do hit pan, that means that I've pretty much used up the entire eyeshadows. We may not see as much progress because of that, but that's just kind of how I like to use my eyeshadows. I don't like to just dig a hole in just one little area of the eyeshadow. So the next item is actually two items. I want to use up both of these eyeliners. The first one is the Colourpop eyeliner, and the writing's actually worn off of this already, but this is the Nude one. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I do have a pretty good amount of the eyeliner, and I will actually mark this off on a notebook so that we can track the progress of this. But this is pretty much what I wear in my waterline, but I want to use this one up because I have like 3 nude eyeliners and I want to at least get one of them out of my collection, and this one is the oldest one. And then the next thing I want to use up is this Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Crayon. This is just the black one, and I do have a decent amount of this left, but I actually have 2 of these. So that's how much I have left of this one. And then when I use this one up, I am going to put the second one into this project pan. But I just want to use these up by the end of 2017. Again, I have several black eyeliners in my collection, and this is one of the older ones. So I do want to try and get these used up and out of my collection. The fourth item in my project pan are cream highlighters. So I do want to use up most of my cream highlighters, and I have a lot of mini cream highlighters. I personally haven't bought any full-size cream highlighters except for the Colourpop cream highlighters, but I have a lot of these like deluxe size sample cream highlighters. This one is from Trestique, and this one is the one that I have been using. This is how much I have left in this, And I pretty much use cream highlighters as a base every single day for my powder highlighters. This is what I'm wearing underneath the highlight I'm wearing today. And as soon as I use up a cream highlighter, I am going to put another one into rotation, but I pretty much want to use up my cream highlighters and get them out of my collection. The fifth item is kind of going to be a hard one. It's also going to be difficult to see how much progress I have on these. These are the Colourpop Satin lipsticks or satin lips. I have two colors here, and these are pretty much my everyday colors. These are the first Colourpop satin lips I ever purchased. This one is in the color Spritz, and this one is the nudie one in Magic Wand. And like I said, it's going to be very difficult for you guys to see progress on these. I feel like these are just getting old, and I want to use them up. I really like the formula of these, but they're starting to separate just a little bit. They still like smell fine. The consistency hasn't changed or anything like that, but I just want to use these up, and if I don't use these up by the end of 2017, I am just going to declutter these. The sixth item in my project pan is again kind of a 2-for-1 because I wanted to put in this Urban Decay primer potion, and this is all I have left in the primer potion, so I kind of thought it was like a freebie item, so I wanted to include a second item to use in conjunction with this as like my eyeshadow primer, and this is the MAC Paint Pot in the color Painterly. This is a newer item to my collection, but I have already put a good like dent or dip in it, but it is a cream item. It hasn't really started to dry out on me, but I do want to make an effort to use it up. It's probably going to hit its expiration point within the next year or so, so I definitely want to put a good dent in this before I have to chuck it. The seventh item is this Eye Duty Triple Remedy. This is pretty much like an eye cream slash concealer, kind of like a tinted eye cream from First Aid Beauty, and I actually have put quite a little dent in this. This is something I used to use like every single day while I was in school as kind of like my no makeup look, but I kind of stopped using it because I started getting a little bit more sleep now that I've been out of school, so I didn't really have a need to cover up any like dark circles, and I don't traditionally wear concealer, so this was kind of perfect as like a soothing and cooling eye cream and as a concealer. So I definitely want to use this up because it is getting a little bit on the older side, and I haven't used it in a bit, so this is kind of like my little push to use this product up. I've had this in my collection already for like 6 months, so I definitely want to put a good dent in this, and then if I don't use it up by the end of 2017, I am going to have to throw this item away. The eighth item I want to use up is a deluxe size bronzer. Now I do have several full size bronzers in my collection. Bronzer is not something that I have a lot of, so I have maybe like 2 or 3 full size bronzers, but I have several deluxe size bronzers. So the ones that I'm working on right now are the Hoola Quickie contour stick. I've been using this like every day for the past 2 weeks. It is actually what I'm wearing on my cheeks today, and quite honestly, this little thing goes a long way. But I really like it. I kind of like that it's like a little bit of a contour, but it's also like a bronzer in one. And then to set that, I've been using the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in the color Bronze 03. And I actually have put a good dent in this already. This used to be a lot more domed than it is now. But I've been using this straight for a month, and I feel like in maybe another month I'll be able to hit pan on this. So that's why I kind of made this item like a general mini bronzer, because as soon as I use this up, I am going to go ahead and put another mini bronzer into my collection. I feel that by the end of 2017 I might be able to get through 2 mini bronzers, but we'll see. The ninth item in my project pan again is another 2-for-1 because I thought just putting one of these was kind of like a freebie item. So these are 2 lip liners. One is from Bite Beauty and it's in the color 022. And I've actually put a good dent in this one already. I like this color. It's a nice like everyday nude. It is a nice creamy formula. And then this one is a Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place lip liner in the color 04 Rose. And this is how much of this lip liner I have left. And like I said, I will mark these on a piece of paper for you guys so we can see, you know, how much I have and we can kind of track the progress on these two. But I pretty much use a nude lip liner every single day. So I feel like I'll be able to use these these up by the end of 2017. And the very last product in my project pan, sorry, I'm trying not to blind you guys with this. This is my IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation. This is the powder foundation I use on the daily. I have put a decent size dip into this. I pretty much have been using this straight for the past, I want to say maybe 3 months. My goal with this is to try and use this up by the end of summer, because I tend to use more of a cream foundation in the winter time because it's a little bit more hydrating. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see if I can use this up by the end of summer, but I have a feeling that I may not be able to finish this. So my goal is to at least hit pan by the end of the summer. So that's it. That's my intro to my project pan. I'm kind of excited to give project panning a go. So hopefully you guys enjoy this little project, enjoy this little series that I'm starting. Please give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I am currently posting 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.